Hey Trey, just curious, ever since you've rejoined and you've had success early on, at least from shooting from outside, how alert do you have to just constantly be when you have a guy like Luka who can find you at any time?
Gotta always be ready. Gotta always be ready to shoot. Like you said, his ability to get in the paint and kind of keep the defense off guard. Sometimes he keeps us off guard, not knowing what he's going to do next. So I think 1 through 5, when you're out there on the court with a guy like him, with the vision he has, you always got to be ready to shoot. Last night, you got to give those guys credit. They did a great job of running us off the line. And a few of those times we shot contested threes where we could have had something better. But going forward, I think with the personnel that we have on the court, guys have to be ready to shoot, and guys have to be ready to also catch and pump fake and make another play for someone else.
All righty, our next one's going to be from Dwayne Price. He's with Mavs.com.
Hey Trey, what is it about this team that seems like a perfect fit for you? I mean, you played well here last year and come right back in and seem like you picked up where you left off last year.
I think it's a system that Coach Carlisle has that lets his players play, and that might sound typical, but he does a great job of empowering the guards to, just be free when they're out there, to break off plays at times. If you see an opening to get in that paint, he knows when you get in the paint, most defenses collapse. So he does a great job of giving us the freedom and transition, even in the half court, to kind of just be free sometimes. And if there is a play called and we see something else, to go ahead and take that chance and that risk that other systems and other, programs might not allow you to do. And I think that's all you can ask for as a guard, and that comfortability that you have out there, knowing that you have your coach's trust.
What were some of the things you were doing before the Mavericks signed you?
Oh, man, just a lot of cardio. That's one of the biggest things for, our league is you can lift as much weight, you can shoot as much as you want to, but if you're not getting the cardio that you need to compete on a 94-foot court on both ends of the court, then it's kind of useless. And I understand that. Being in my eighth year in the league, I knew that I had to come in tip-top shape. So we have these stairs back in my hometown in Ohio, and it's like a lot of them. And I just did a lot of cardio training, a lot of things out in the sun, just to keep my wind up, just to stay in shape. And I tried to come in the best shape that I possibly could.
All righty, your next question is going to be from Tim Cato. Tim?
Hey, Trey, when you signed with the team, did you realize statistically that this is the best offense in league history?
I did. I knew the role that, we were on before I got signed and before the pandemic had hit. I knew statistically that they were at the top of the league offensively. I didn't know the magnitude of it, though, until I got here and it was broken down to me. So, just coming in and being a part of something as great, as special as that, that's all you can ask for. And for me, I try to just add on to it.
Who broke it down for you?
Carlisle actually said it I think it was I want to say it was the first film session that we had while I was here. And I actually was right after the Houston game, right after we had lost to Houston. That next film session, he told us that, statistically we are the number one team in the NBA, but on pace for number one all time, or something along those lines that kind of shocked me. Like that's high praise right there for an offensive team. But sometimes we have to, with that being said, we have to realize our defense helps our offense and vice versa. When our offense isn't rolling, we can't allow our defense to, slack in areas. So we just have to learn how to, be great on both ends of the court. Some nights we're better on offense than we are on defense and vice versa. And I think the better we get on both ends of the court, the better we will be.
Yeah, that all makes sense. Does it feel like the best offense? Does it, like, you've played in several offenses before? Does this one feel uniquely different
Yeah,
a
I
different
think
level?
it does, and I think sometimes it hurts us because a lot of times we have so many special like tools. Obviously, with Luka and KP, those being the foundations of our offense. We have so many like weapons, I should say, that sometimes we just stand around and we might watch a guy go to work, and he might make that shot, but that might not necessarily be good going forward because we get stuck into that type of offense instead of letting the ball flow. When we get stops on defense and we get out in transition and we just play, I think that's our best offense rather than it being in a half court set. But I think the 3-4 games has helped us going forward, and obviously with the playoffs right around the corner, we know the areas we have to work on and get better at.
Okay, our next one's going to be from Eddie Sefko, Mavs.com.
Hey, Trey, I'm wondering, you were kind of a man without a team. What happened during that spell, and what led you to re-sign with the Mavs?
I think the Mavs, Sham told me all year that, it was an opportunity that I come back because the interest level was there. So I always had my eyes on the Mavs, when I got let go of Philly, and I think vice versa. I think the interest was mutual. It was just a matter of timing and how they were going to bring me in. I know they had the maximum amount of players at the time when I did get released, so it was really no room for me. But for me, I just focused on what I could control, and that was, how I was going to be every day. I tried to get better every day, even when no one was watching. I'm a 5-6 a.m. guy. I actually had the luxury to still have a gym to go to because I know a guy who owns his own gym back in my hometown. So I was able to still stay sharp on the court and cardio-wise. And I looked at it as there's no point in me, having my agent make these phone calls and, still pursuing NBA teams if I'm not going to be prepared. So I knew personally I had to be prepared myself and not just any ordinary preparation. I had to be at the top of my game. And when that phone call came, I believed that I was. Obviously, I had to go through the protocol with the quarantine and things like that, but I think I was ready by the time I got here.
All right, man, that should do it. So thank you for your time, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Trey.